Hi, it's Nikisha Lovelace. Hope all is well with you at this moment. Today I'm going to read the ending of Daniel. So it's Daniel chapter 12, the end times. Gonna read from the NIV Bible. And like I always tell you, go back, take your time and read it for yourself so that you can learn what you can learn, take it and apply it to your life. Also, feel free to comment below what you've learned and subscribe if you haven't, like and share so someone else can receive the message. Okay, Daniel chapter 12, the end times. At that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress such as has not happened from the beginning of nations until then. But at that time, your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. Multitudes who sleep in the dust of the earth will awake, some to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting contempt. Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. But you, Daniel, roll up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge. Then I, Daniel, looked, and there before me stood two others, one on this bank of the river and on the opposite bank. One of them said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, "How long will it be before these astonishing things are fulfilled?" The man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, lifted his right hand and his left hand toward heaven. And I heard him swear by him who lives forever, saying, "It will be for a time, times and half a time, when the power of the holy people have been finally broken, all these things will be completed." I heard, but I did not understand. So I asked, "My Lord, what will the outcome of all this be?" He replied, "Go your way, Daniel, because the words are rolled up and sealed until the time of the end. Many will be purified, made spotless, and refined, but the wicked will continue to be wicked. None of the wicked will understand, but those who are wise will understand. From the time that the daily sacrifice is abolished and the abomination that causes desolation is set up, there will be 1,290 days. Blessed is the one who waits for and reaches the end of the 1,335 days. As for you, go your way till the end, you will rest, and then at the end of the days you will rise to receive your allotted inheritance. Okay, what can we take from this? And before I speak about what I took from this, go back and read. Take your time and go through through all the chapters in Daniel, okay? Go back and read the king who exalts himself, the kings of the south and the north, Daniel's vision of a man, the 77s, Daniel's prayer. There's so many. You got to go back and take your time and see and read his vision about a ram and goat. And then it tells also the interpretation. There's many teachings in here, okay, of what was revealed to Daniel So many visions he saw, right? And so many encounters. My goodness. Now, first and foremost, how it started, chapter 12. At that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. Michael, who are we talking about? The archangel Michael. That's who we're talking about. Who visited, if you go back and read a few chapters, Michael visited Daniel plenty of times. Not just a few, plenty of times. Okay? And Daniel was also told that God thinks highly of you. Okay? Because Daniel was a true man of God. All right? And I always tell you, God watches our every move. He has his angels watching our every move. Okay? This is why we have to be careful of the things that we do daily. Because remember, the enemy is also watching him and his army. And they're waiting to use us, right? Who are we going to allow to use us, though? God and his angels? Or Satan and his demons? Right? It all depends on your actions. Okay? And it begins with your thoughts. All right? Cancel those negative thoughts, people. All right? Because they can quickly become actions. So, speaking of Michael, right? Many people are caught up into ignorance, right? More and more each day in our times, right? Saying that Archangel Michael is reaching out to them and speaking to them, right? But they're deceived, because the reason why I'm saying this is because it's not like Daniel, who's a man of God. These are people of the world saying Archangel Michael speaking to them and showing up in their houses and whatever the case may be. They're deceived because these people are not surrendered to God, did not receive Jesus Christ. So who's really visiting you? Falling angels, right? Disguising themselves as angels of light, right? Be careful, people. Be careful. All right? And this is why we have to surrender to Jesus and be guided by him daily. Right? And he always leads us to scripture. Come on, people. Right? So if you feel yourself, I don't know who's listening today, if you feel yourself being guided away from scripture and away from Jesus and away from God, going against him, you're not being guarded by any of God's angels. Okay? All right. So there's so much to take in. So it says, sleep in the dust of the earth. So let me go back. Multitudes who sleep in the dust of the earth will awake. And what? Some to everlasting life. Okay, let's stop right there. Who's going to? Whoever died already, right? In the end times, right? What's going to happen? They're going to come back to life from the grave to be with God in heaven, right? Those who have served Jesus, those who have received him, surrendered to him, seek him daily, and live a righteous life, right? They're going to arise from the dead, right? Rose from the dead and have everlasting life, okay? And if there is any kind of crown or a reward, that's up to God. He'll give it to you, okay? Our main focus is everlasting life, right? Jesus Christ. Now, whoever did not serve God, did not receive Jesus Christ, neglected him the whole time, right? And died in their sins, they will be raised to shame and everlasting contempt. Okay? They're talking about torment in hell with the devil and his demons. Okay? Because that's their final home and destination. People, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay? And this is why we have to walk with Jesus every day and what? Follow him. Follow him, people. Okay? My. Listen, just like Daniel, those who are already walking with Christ, you're going to get some visions and some dreams and some encounters. I've had many. And a lot of them you're not going to understand. You're like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, I've been woken up out of my sleep by an angel disguised as a man. And I knew it was an angel because the dream that I was having, I didn't need to stay in that dream. It was bad, okay? Something was pulling me away and keeping me in that dream. And something yelled and said, wake up, showed up right over me, a man. And I got up fast and I looked around. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was different, right? And then it's just so many to explain, but I'm just going to give you a few. One that I will never forget was the one on the staircase. I was praying and then I saw my spirit walking out of my body, going up a staircase. First of all, staircase, it goes boom at my door. And then I like shook, like, because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, whoa, what is that? And then my spirit walked out of my body and was climbing up the stairs, right? As I can't really say halfway up. I went up a few steps, and I looked to the left. There was a demon with gold horns, and it turned. It was just sitting there, like, this is my throne. Then it turned and looked at me, and I stood there in fear. I couldn't even move. I was just like, what's going on here, you know? And then it turned back and was just facing where it was facing. And then a glowing light, white light, came down so fast down the stairs. By the way, the staircase was like from my back door and it went all the way up to past the clouds, right? From my door to the clouds. Okay. So anyways, then the glowing light came down and held my hand. So I knew right then and there it was Jesus. I just knew. I just felt the comfort and the peace. And then held my hand to start walking up a little bit more. After a while, it was just too overwhelming for me. And I got out of the vision, guess you can call it. But listen, people, remember, this wasn't a dream. I was awake, right? Praying. And this happened to me. Anyways, came back down the stairs, right? My spirit went back into my body. I'm watching all this happen, so it's just something else. Then I saw like demons coming, like they were surrounded the staircase was still there. It was still there, going up, through the clouds. And then they all looked the same way though, but I knew they were demons. They're like, I don't know what to call them. They didn't have horns or anything, but I knew they were of the devil. They look kind of like zombie looking, weird looking, I don't know, men type creatures. Anyways, they're all there like angry looking at me. And then God was like, pray. And I started praying really hard and they were all exploding, like heads, bodies blowing up. I'm telling you, I have never experienced anything like that. I was in fear. There's a part of me that was excited. A part of me was scared. A part of me was confused. And then, I got off the staircase and I stopped and I was like, what just happened? Because the area that I pray is on a little short, like a few steps, short staircase. And then a heavenly staircase came out and boom, right at the door, So it was a lot going on, people. But like I said, time went by, right? And I kept asking, I'm like, God, what was that? What did that even mean? And I got from it that he was showing me that I was on my way. That's when I was just coming back to Jesus. I was on my way to heaven. So he just wanted to reveal, some things to me. And also, then I started thinking more about and hearing more about the second heaven. So, because I was wondering to myself, why is a demon up there in the sky? what's going on? I thought they were down below. Everyone was always saying hell's down below, but we have to remember also that there's a second heaven, there's a third heaven. Third heaven is where Jesus is with his good angels. Second heaven is where the enemy is with his demons and all of the above. There's so much to take in, so much to learn, people. You really got to go to God, and he'll break it down to you piece by piece. He'll reveal whatever is necessary and whatever he knows you can handle. All right? So that's why that demon with the gold horn on the left, I remember everything clearly. Okay? Turned its head and looked at me. It was on its throne in the second heaven, where a lot of the demons rule. For now, for the time being. Remember, when God comes back, there's going to be a new heaven and new earth, okay? Anyways, there's so many more encounters that I can't even, there's so many, okay? Angels watching me. I'm frozen in place because I'm like scared. My ceiling opens up and angels are watching me. There's a full perfect circle and there's so many angels just looking. And I'm thinking to myself, why are angels watching me? I'm so afraid. And I feel so pressured too because, once again, just come back to Jesus. And then I said to myself, you know what? They're watching me. They're watching me to see if I'm going to, fulfill whatever God's using me to do. So at the moment I'm like, I'm under pressure because these are different beings. I'm scared. And I'm also like, am I going to do everything right? And God's like, I'm leading you, remember? Follow me and you're going to be all right. It's not about being perfect. It's about being used by me in every way. Anyways, people, so you're going to get visions and encounters and, some people you can't even tell because they're not even going to believe. All right. But those who has ears to hear, they will hear and they will understand because they're going to have similar things happening to them. Right. So also comment below any encounters that you've had or dreams or visions. Okay, there's so many more, people, but I'll be here all day sitting here telling y'all everything. Okay, so anyways, just want to share a few of some encounters. Yeah, listen, people, strive to be like Daniel. Strive to be like many people of the Bible who were close to God, right? And God recognized them, what they're doing. So when we do things on earth, right, we're doing it for God to recognize us, to honor God, right, to show him obedience, to show him appreciation, right? We want to be seen by God, not by people, right? So just always remember that everything that you do is to honor God, okay? Mind, body, and soul, baby. Mind, body, and soul. I said baby. Mind, body, and soul, people. Okay, let me see. Verse 9, he replied, go your way. So listen to this. Go your way, Daniel, because the words are rolled up and sealed until the time of the end, right? So certain things, if you notice with the prophets, certain things were told to them and revealed, and others were like, there's certain time and place for everything. So keep quiet with this. Even if it was revealed to them, it's like, keep quiet. The same thing happened to John. The angel speaking to him was like, don't write this down. You understand? So keep quiet about certain things until it's revealed at the specific time, right? People, let God lead you. I'm telling you, let God lead you. Once again, he will reveal everything that he needs to reveal to you. And you have to be ready and willing and open. And I'm telling you, people, one of the scariest things, which now I'm okay and I'm not afraid, that one of the scariest things that God have revealed to me was was spirits, demonic spirits. I've seen marine spirits, a whole bunch of other ones. I don't even know what they are, but I know they're demonic spirits. He's just shown me a lot of things that are around. Everywhere I go, I can see things. He'll like freeze things into place. So it's not like a second guess, like, wait, did I just see that? Did I just see a shadow? No. It's like frozen in place on a tree, frozen in place on a building, frozen in place on the floor, frozen in place on the ceilings. So he opened my eyes to these things because I didn't grow up seeing any of these things. I used to have dreams and, other things like that. But I never saw like things frozen in place and like, say I could go to the same area and see it again. It's just there forever. I've never had those kind of experiences. So, like I said, be open to receive and ask God, God, prepare me, please. Because the first time God woke me up in the middle of the night and said, look around, listen, people. I was filled with fear. I was. And I'm like, no, God, no, please. God, please, no. Because I'm like, I'm alone. I'm the only one who's going to know this or see this. I was so afraid. And God's like, I'm with you. Okay? And then he also reassured me. He's like, Psalm 23, memorize it, get to know the whole thing, and say it a few times, okay? I'm with you. Okay, people, so I just wanted to share that with you. Go back and read Daniel chapter 12, the end times. The end times, people. All right? All right, be prepared, people. Be prepared. All right, go and take what you can take. Comment below once again if you haven't subscribed and go through, maybe ask God to guide you to which video because there's so many. And people, listen, it's nonstop. There are many more to come. Many more to come because whatever God brings up to me, I'm going to share it. All right. God bless you. Take care. Until next time.